everyone! Some of my earliest memories are of my oldest sister reading me the Bracken trilogy when I was 3 and 4. And that was one of the things that really started my love for books. This story is absolutely fantastic and kept me on the edge of my seat, and I would lay awake at night wondering, oh my goodness, what's going to happen next, and imagining that I was a princess and all that great kind of stuff. So I thought I'd take a moment today to talk about Jerri Massey and her amazing books. First, a little bit about the Bracken trilogy. The first book is The Bridge, and in The Bridge we have a princess who has to escape because her kingdom is being overtaken by the enemy. So it follows her story and everything that goes on with that, and it is absolutely thrilling, especially to a little girl. The next book is The Crown and Jewel, and it takes place about 20 years later, and it follows the story of another princess, which happens to be the princess from The Bridge. It happens to be her daughter. So once again, she has to escape, but in a totally different way and for different reasons. And the third book is The Two Callers, and it's way after the first two books, and it has one of the main characters from this book is still in this book, but everybody else is different. It takes place in the same countries, and this one is so sweet. It's about a slave, and it always made me cry to read it because it was so sweet. It remains to this day one of my absolute favorite books. Jerri Massey's other series is the Darawood Incorporated series, and this is the first book I ever read in the series, and we have had this book for forever. In fact, there is an inscription in the inside page that my parents gave this book to my oldest sister for Christmas in 1988, which means I have known this book literally all of my life. Darawood Incorporated is the first book in the series, and this book has made me laugh more than any other book in the entire world. It is hilarious, and if you live in a big family, it will make so much sense to you because it's like, oh my goodness, that is so spot on, and that's exactly what it's like. And this book will always remain one of my favorite books. The next book in the series is A Dangerous Game, and I actually did not come across this book until I was like, I don't know, I think I was more like 12 or 13, maybe 14 when I found this book. But since I already love the characters because I met them in this book, I still love them in this book. And it's like, Treasure in the Yukon. Unfortunately, this wasn't my favorite in the series, even though it probably should have been because, you know, Alaska. I love Alaska. But it was still interesting, and it was great having the characters back. Abandoned. Unfortunately, I thought the plot for this book was lame, but I still enjoyed it because it has great characters and it's in the series, so why miss it? Courage by Darkness is actually one of my favorite books in the series, and I have a copy of it. I just don't know where it is right now. It's actually the book that inspired my love for caving, which if you've been following my blog for very long, you know that I really like caving, and normally I go and camp out in a cave once a year, which is so much fun. But yes, this book totally inspired my affection for caving. And the last book in the series is Llamas on the Loose, which is the book I grew up reading over and over again. This is another book that will make you laugh out loud and just be like, oh my goodness, these characters are great. So it takes place on a llama ranch, and there's all sorts of adventures and mishaps, and a little bit of mystery thrown in there. So those are the books by Jerri Massey.